These are devotions for people at a social distance. Today is, of course, September the 11th. It is 20 years after September the 11th, 2001. And of course, like many others, this sends my thoughts in certain directions. And one thing that particularly strikes me today is I remember, of course, 20 years ago, and in the aftermath of what happened on that day, terrible, horrible events, there was this sense of coming together. So much of the world, apart from Al-Qaeda, apart from perhaps Afghanistan and the Taliban and a few holdouts, the world came together to stand in opposition. There was this huge sense of unity. And I think there's always a great deal of potential in that sense of coming together. And in some ways, looking at it now, 20 years later, it does sort of feel as if that opportunity for building a lot of good out of that coming together has been squandered, and has been squandered in a lot of violence and war. And, for example, a 20-year war in Afghanistan that we all know ended so horribly and maybe could not have ended any other way. So the hope of the moment of coming together seems to have been squandered in violence and in separation. In the same way, at the beginning of this present pandemic, we all had that sense. I think there was this strong sense of people coming together, uniting. And how does it feel now? We feel as if a lot of that unity has been squandered, and there is so much division. And it is discouraging, obviously, to see. And one passage that helps me think about this today and this reality that we're dealing with is James chapter 3, the book of James chapter 3, verse 18. Peacemakers who sow in peace reap a harvest of righteousness. Peacemakers who sow in peace reap a harvest of righteousness. If you want the right outcome, everyone wants peace. Everyone wants peace. But when you go out and sow peace in peace, if you work in peace, rather than saying, we're going to use power, we're going to use violence to impose some sense of peace, that's not going to lead to righteousness. That's not going to lead to justice. That's going to, down the road, backfire you and create more division and more separation. Peace needs to be sown in peace. That is the biblical principle that I would simply like to outline today. Lord our God, let us not squander those opportunities when people facing a very bad situation come together and find a sense of unity. Let us not squander those opportunities in separation, in violence, in pitting one against the other. Let us sow peace in peace. Amen.